Hello boys and girls, welcome to my player ratings for yesterday's draw against Brighton, and that is it. Top four is over, albeit an almighty collapse by Spurs. We cannot catch Chelsea. They have guaranteed their place in the Champions League. But like I said, unless there's a massive collapse next week, like Spurs lose 1-0 and we beat Burnley 7-0, then we're not going into the Champions League. You've got more chance of Spurs losing 7-0 than Arsenal winning away from home. Period. Full stop. Absolutely dreadful. And that puts an end to what has been a disappointing league campaign. Away from home, absolutely pathetic. How we have thrown away the opportunity of automatic qualification for the Champions League in the last month is beyond a joke. We had it in our hands. Everybody around us didn't want it. We're losing games left, right and centre. And what did we do? We bottled it. This all started from the Crystal Palace game at home. Let's put the Everton game to one side for a minute here. We know that game was pathetic. The performance was dreadful. But we had plenty of time to rectify that defeat. We go into the game against Crystal Palace. Unai Emery gets his team selection wrong. He basically feels that the game is done and that it's going to be an easy one. So we're going to rest players, rotate things round, and we get slapped. And it's as simple as that. Ever since that game, everything has gone downhill. Absolutely pathetic. I'm absolutely fuming with the fact that we've bottled it this way. Yes, we do have a get out of jail card because we've got the Europa League. But are you feeling confident in any way, shape or form that we're going to get to the final? We take a 3-1 lead to Valencia on Thursday. But are you feeling confident? Do you feel that we've got the players to go to the Mestalla with the right mindset? To go there and deal with the hostility and to keep this lead and get to the final? I'm not confident at all. Why should I be? Yeah, we've gone to the places like Napoli and whatnot. But look at our performances over the last month in the league. What's that all about? Seriously. Absolutely sick to the back teeth of it. Too many players in that team are not good enough. I've said this on my interviews on AFTV. Not good enough. Unai Emery was set up to fail from the beginning of the season by giving a shitty little budget that he had. Basically, you've got a load of shit players, but you've got to keep them. Sorry, mate. Get the best out of them. But at the same time, Unai's got to take responsibility for some of his team selections. This whole pragmatic way of playing football. What are you doing? Where's the Arsenal that we know that can play football? We're playing too reserved. We're playing within our shell. Playing at home to a team like Brighton, who are 17th in the league. They've just found out the day before that they've got Premier League survival. They've got nothing to play for but pride. And you sit there and play in a reserved manner. What? No. Massive changes needed in the summer. Complete and utter overhaul. End of story. Let me get into the player ratings. Starting off in goal, Leno. And there wasn't a lot for him to do, to be quite honest with you. There was one moment in the first half where he went to play the ball out from the back and he kicked it straight at a Brighton player and it could have got us, in a lot worse trouble than it was. But I'm not going to sit here and blame him for everything yesterday, am I? Because he's been one of our players of the season. It's as simple as that. I'll give Leno a 6. I'm going to move into the defensive area. First of all, on the right-hand side, Stefan Lichtsteiner. And you know what? The only thing I can say is that that's possibly the last game that you will ever see him for Arsenal. I thought this guy would be a good signing. I thought that he would help the team out. But he looks completely and utterly finished. It's as simple as that. I got it wrong. Hold my hands up. What have we done? We've wasted 100 odd grand a week on this guy. Sorry, not good enough. 4. Going to go into the centre of defence, and I don't think that either of them were actually too bad yesterday. There was a few moments where, they were a bit all over the shop, shall we say. So I'll start with Mustafi, but didn't really have a lot to do. Brighton didn't really create a lot, to be quite honest with you. Can't really say much more than that with the Mustafi one, so I'll give him a 5. Sokratis, again, same as Mustafi. There was a few moments and, you know, he seems to be, you know, getting involved in things lately where he's rolling about and everything, and he actually got booked for diving. And I look at that and I just think, take that side out. He's got to sort this, you know, disciplinary side out. But again, not a lot to do. Brighton really didn't pose a lot of threat up front. So I'll give him a 5 as well. Going to move to the left-back position. That was Nacho Monreal. And theatrical, should we say, for the penalty that was awarded. Yeah, let's be honest about it. He went over very easy and he pulled the fast one, should we say. Defensively, didn't have a lot to do down that side. There wasn't really a lot of issues, knockout and whatnot, not really causing many problems. Apart from when we were trying to probably, you know, try and get that second goal and win the game and we were leaving ourselves open. But same as Lichtsteiner for me, to be quite honest. We didn't really offer anything going forwards and not much to do at the back, so I'll give him a 4. Going to move into the centre of midfield. First of all, Lucas Torreira. And I don't know what's happened to the little man, but he's just kind of dipped off lately. I think that the summer will do him good and come back next year fully, you know, fresh and recharged and everything else. But I've got no problems with Lucas Torreira. But it was a pretty standard performance. Worked hard, but yeah, just something missing, to be quite honest with you. So I'll give him a 5. Next position was Granit Xhaka, and I've defended this guy left, right and centre, but that yesterday was undefendable. It was inexcusable. Giving away that penalty, let's be honest, the Brighton player, very, very theatrical, should we say, just like Nacho Monreal, con the referee. But let's make it right here, yeah? Granit Xhaka, you've let the guy go past you. He's running at 100 miles an hour. The ball's flying away. He's going towards the touchline. He's not going on goal. You've let him go past you. You've put your hands in the air to signal to the referee that you've let him go. There's going to be no foul. If he dares dive in or anything, then everyone knows that it's not a penalty, it's a dive. You've done the right thing. Then inexcusably, you decide to just tap him on the shoulder. That's all it is, just a tap. But you've touched him. What are you fucking doing? What are you doing? Why have you done that? How have you gone from signifying that you're not going to touch him? If he dives, it's no foul. To actually touching him. Just honestly, don't get it. Absolutely brain dead. Sorry. He gets a 2 for yesterday. End of. Going to move into the next positions, and first of all I'm going to go with Henrik Mkhitaryan. Now the whole penalty incident goes right back to Mkhitaryan on the edge of the box. A 2-yard pass. A fucking 2-yard pass that my fucking children could make. There, right in front of you, unopposed, past the fucking ball. 2 yards. Fool. And this guy is one of our highest paid players in the team. Are you mad? And I'm hearing Aaron Ramsey only wanted parity with Mkhitaryan to stay at the club. We get rid of Ramsey and we keep him. Fuck off. 2. Next position, Mesut Ozil. And I see yesterday again, Mesut Ozil gets made the scapegoat. As per usual. But you know what? He wasn't the worst player on the pitch. Not by a million miles, was he? He was creating chances. He was controlling things. He was working hard. Fucking hell. Stop digging him out every time we don't get a result. It's not his fault. Fucking hell, man. Worked hard, like I said. Was trying to create chances. I'll give him a 6. Next position, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Not a great afternoon. Scored a goal. But that chance in the second half, bruv. Come on, man. That's the difference. We've got to take them chances. I can't be too overcritical because he's 1 goal behind the golden boot. He's our top goal scorer. I love the guy. But when you don't do certain things, you've got to be able to criticise. And it's as simple as that, really. I'm going to give him a 4. Next player was Alexandre Lacazette. And again, not a great day in front of goal. But you've also got to look at the supply line. There was nothing there. We lack width so badly. So badly we lack width. Honestly, man. And work rate, like I said, absolutely no issues with that. Hold up play and everything else, the link up, and brilliant. But just missing something in front of goal. But like I said, there was no supply, no width, no nothing. I'll give Lacazette a 5. The substitutions, 3 in 1 go. There was Guendouzi, there was Kolasinac, and there was Iwobi. And they weren't on the pitch long enough to do anything. All the substitutions were at once and they were too little too late. So I'm not going to mark them. Going to go into the manager's rating, Unai Emery. And I think that in terms of what he started with was the strongest we could have gone with. And he went very strong. But his substitutions killed the game. The momentum, everything. Completely and utterly killed it. 3 substitutions in 1 go completely flattened everything. Brighton were also making a sub at that same time. Those 3 substitutions and the Brighton substitutions took longer than 2.5 minutes. That flattened everything. Honestly, not good enough. His approach in some of these home games recently has been too pragmatic, too defensive-minded. No. Not good enough. Unai Emery gets a 4. So, there we go. That is it. That is the player ratings. Last home game of the season. We need to pick ourselves up. We need to dust ourselves off. Because we've still got an opportunity. We've still got Champions League football in our own hands. It's in our destiny. It's there for us to deal with. But we've had it in our own hands over the last month and we fucking bottled it, haven't we? Seriously, man. Going out to Valencia on Wednesday. I'm flying out there. If this lot fucking bottle it, I'm going to fucking lose my shit. Serious to God. I've been so positive for so many times this season. I've criticised when I feel it's right. But I've tried pushing and encouraging. But where's it got me? Sorry, but if the season ends on Thursday, then I'm going to let rip. And I'm going to say exactly what I really feel about some of these fucking players. End of. There'll be a preview to the Valencia game. Sorry, by the way, there was no preview to the Brighton game. Things have been pretty mad. We was doing the trials for DTFC at the weekend and everything, and I just didn't get round to doing it. So my apologies for that. There will be one for the Valencia game. There'll be a matchday vlog, player ratings, and we will see where we lie after that game. So until then, I'll see you a lot soon. I'm out of here.